All right, guys, this is Mobile Gamer Nerd, and we are here with the Biz Hunters. We are going to be doing test stream number 2. I ran this through on a separate video, so I'm hoping that it works because I think I fixed the mono microphone problem. Hopefully, just let me know if that's still popping up or not. But either way, I tried to fix the settings. I believe the music on this is good from at least what I saw when I replayed it, and I'm going to blast this thing in the background real quick just to make sure that we are good. Let's see. I want to see if everything is if it's loud as hell. So you're gonna hear some mess in about 2 seconds. Hopefully, well, hopefully not. But yeah, we've been doing pretty good in this game. We're moving along nicely. Let me see where we're at. Hold on. Moving along nicely. Yep. There you go. We're good. The music doesn't sound loud on the video. All right, so let's go look at some stuff. We have a quest that we got to do real quick, and I thought that maybe it was like that. I think it's just the game's a little laggy recently. Like it's taken on some mess, but whatever. It is what it is. We're gonna kill this quest off real quick. We're gonna go into the abyss. Yeah, we're gonna go into the abyss. I want to see Akasa. We're gonna see what we can do. The highest we've ever gotten, I think, was floor 7. I want to say, but yeah, and we'll look at the heroes and see what we did because we did do some changes. All right, what do we gotta do? We gotta find a demon leader. These are actually pretty easy now because we've been leveling for a little bit. The first time that we did these, like when we first got to 383 and we were trying to level our heroes, yeah, it was a kind of a nightmare. It was a little bit tough as far as getting our asses beat, and we were only able to beat maybe like floor one, maybe 2, and now we're actually able to progress a little bit. Looks like we're gonna have to stop the mining crawler. One of these guys is here we go. This guy. Let's focus down this guy. I have a feeling Terror might die. That's bad. These guys are weird though because they actually will like. There you go. Use the heal, please. There we go. These guys hit pretty damn hard when they do the ball throw. Whew, all right, come on, just kill one. Thank you. All right, one's down. Once one is dead, usually you can not die because now you're not getting bombarded by three balls to the face every time. Let's take this guy down. I don't think we need to do a speed up right now. We just need to kill these bastards as quickly as possible. All right, so we're good. We're holding our own. Yeah, it's funny because this is like 379. All right, we fight some of these at 383, and they are kind of ridiculous. We actually did the the Scarlet Moon thing for the guild, and some of the fights were ridiculously hard. Like 1 and 2s were reasonable. Actually, 1 and 2s were actually really easy. Funny enough, 3 was horrible, terrible. Let me just see something real quick. Let me look on here. All right, we're good. I just wanted to make sure we're working. All right, so let's get out of here. We finished that. Finish. All right, let's take a look at the heroes. I did a couple of adjustments. We did get the campsite rewards. All right, cool. Nice. Oh, nice. I'll take that. Let's see what we got. Hold on. I want to see if we can. Do we have any gem combines? Oh, we do. It's nice when you get that. Boop. Done. All right, we got a gem. All right, so what we did is we adjusted a few things. So my team is as follows now. So I've been posting him up in chat anyway. So if you've been playing the game at all and seen me on the game, then you've probably seen this anyway. I don't think we changed much on him. I think we only added, I think we might have switched him to defense at one point. Yeah, we've got his HP, his crit resist, and we threw defense on him. This was a little while ago. So we took all of his, rebound and all that other crap and just put defense on him. So you can see he's got reasonable attack now. With the pet, he's got 81,000 attack, which is pretty crazy. His defense is reasonable. It's still a little low. We need to get his HP up. I need to get that at least 700 or 800 eventually. We did get all of his pieces of gear to 20, so now we have some nice upgrades here as far as his defense and everything. He stays alive long enough, but I mean we still get our ass kicked in Ortiz, so it is what it is. We really need to get him in a Lilith set. I have this piece here, but it's not going to be a legend equipment, and I'm trying to not waste anything on Lilith. That's what we're trying to not do that, and mainly the reason we don't want to do that is because this one, it doesn't have the legendary, so we're not going to get the good rolls. So I'm going to have hope for a legendary roll, whereas if we have the legendary equipment, we get good stuff. So I'm trying to hold off on even touching this unless it becomes one of the pieces that we just decide we're going to use. Golem is done. Golden Demon. He's at 4, and he's max upgrade. Literally nothing left to do. We can't even use this. See, no more. So he is done as far as that card. Ramona, I don't know if we changed much. We did get her bow to level 20. So that's actually now, and we got the Magic Find. I think I lost the Magic Find because I did some changes to her gear. Originally, it was 60% Magic Find, and now we're at 15 because we took a damage increase, an equipment attack increase, and then we got this attack. So yeah, her attack's looking pretty good too. She's at 83,000. I think I adjusted a few more pieces. Yeah, we tried to get more attack on the ring, and then I think we did some other changes possibly. I don't think we messed with this, but we have some Magic Find here. So it honestly doesn't even matter that much. And then my healer is where we did most of the changes. I got some new gear. It's not perfect gear, but it was legendary gear, which is what I was talking about. So it's easier to get the rolls that we want. So I ended up just going crazy with attack speed and cooldown reduction. So now we've got attack speed, and cooldown reduction on this one. The ring, I think, is the same thing, right? Attack speed, and cooldown reduction. So we got it on that one. And then this piece, is that the one I have? Yeah, this one we have 2 cooldown reductions and attack speed. So we're trying to boost her skills. I'll show you right here. So we're trying to boost this. So right now we've got her speed up by 77%, basically. And then her cooldown, funny enough, we've got to almost 50%. So what that means is that her skills should, hypothetically speaking, go off half as fast, and that she should be able to attack 77% faster. So we just want to get more heals and get her speed up. I don't know if cooldown reduction might be a better route at this point, because attack speed, I think, is just going to make her hit faster. But her skill, what does it do? Like, heals. I don't know I don't even honestly know how this works. I'll be honest. Maybe she heals when she attacks. I don't even know. But either way, attack speed and cooldown. We did upgrade a couple heroes here. So we do have Snow. We're trying to start throwing some gear on. I have all my, cold attack gems on here. I'm not going to be giving them any other gems besides their specific elements. Main reason is I don't want to waste gems on these guys. I just want to build them for the element that they're supposed to have. And then if we get a red gear, I'll just leave it on them, or whatever gear we get. Eventually we'll get Maruka for her, whatever it is. Maruka, I think it's called. And that's the cold set. And we may eventually get the Knight guy again. There's a Silver Knight. So we might end up doing that anyway. But right now, Boar King's on her. That's just what we're doing. We did get the Adjudicator. Yeah, we got this card. I tried it out on my tank just for funsies. I switched, but we're not going to keep it for now. And then we're also keeping him with poison. We're putting the damage rebound on him for now, just because. And then for him, we're doing all poison. So there you go. I got my poison gems on these pieces. I have a few others, but we only have 3 slots anyway. So that's really where we're at. And then I have all my fire gems actually on Burn right here. So we've got some nice fire gems on him. So there you go. Most of our stuff's going to be lightning. We're going to go in and see. So let's test this out. Let's see. Abyss. We're going to go into Akasa. We got to get our Mimic up. We haven't been playing today, so it is what it is. Let me just see something here quick. Okay. We're going to go in here, and we are going... let's just fight her real quick. We'll do that first. You can kind of see where we're at on Ortiz. Oh, yeah, we are not doing that. Return. If this fight's hard on normal, I could imagine how hard it would be on a dim or dark area. We are not doing that. We got pretty close with the current team. Let me just see where we get. I feel like if I fought this fight enough, I might get lucky and just get a good run and win. That's basically where we were at. I don't honestly remember which skills I was using. I think it's the setup that I currently have now. So basically what we did is we sped up the team right off the cuff and kill all these things as fast as possible. And from that point, it's really just watching your health versus where your team is at. Because you got to be able to kill these stupid spears she summons. It's when she starts summoning her actual clones that it really kills you. Like, you get your ass handed to you over and over again. Let's see. So right now, we're just going to kind of let it run. We're not going to waste magic. We don't want that. We want to be able to use that when we're in a pinch. We don't want to waste the speed up. If it starts dropping our health a lot, we may want to go and stun her or if she's like right next to one of the spears, but she starts moving, maybe stun her there so that you can keep on those spears. Basically, that's what we've been doing. But we're staying alive at least reasonably long now, like with all our new changes and stuff. All right, so she's throwing spears. The only thing that sucks is sometimes she goes crazy. Here we go. See, like right here, stun her ass so that she stays there, and your whirlwind is going to start kicking the crap out of those spears. That's the other reason we would do that. And when we start getting hit with a lot of attacks, we'll throw the speed up on it. I don't really use this skill, the target. I should because it would kill her faster, but we want to save all of our magic for whatever pops in and happens. We want to be reactive at this point rather than proactive. Proactive, oh, see, we're starting to get hit, so we're going to do some speed up so that she doesn't die. See if that keeps our health up. If we get hit, yep, we're going to stun her ass. Say, like I said, it's tough. Like this fight is no joke. I'll give it that. But we've gotten her into orange before. It really just depends on this part. See, now the clones are popping in. This is when the fight gets real crazy. So far, it looks like they're handling it. We might have to stun one of them. Right now, it always looks good, and then it just goes bad. It'll go bad within 3 seconds, just so you know. So don't think that this is good. Like, don't think, oh my god, you're going to win. We're not going to win. Oh, see, like right there already. All right, we're going to stun that bastard. The clone is still there, though. That's the problem, see? So we're getting hit by the clone now. Boom. Ramona's almost dead. See what I mean? It goes bad in 3 seconds. She's going to get our heal. We're going to die before the heal goes off, probably. Yep, there he goes. I knew it. I knew we were going to die before it happened. All right, we're going to stun her. Where is she? Boom. All right, so we stunned Ortiz again. The problem is just there's so much going on right now. We need our whirlwind guy to do all the damage here. So once we get the Lilith gear, I think that part is going to be much easier. But that's just so you guys can kind of see where we're at on this fight. It's honestly not the worst fight. I mean, I have to say it's annoying just because we can't beat it yet. But it's not like, oh, I wonder what mechanic is coming next. It's just literally more damage. Like that's what's going to win this. More damage and possibly a pet that has the ability to like either increase defense or heal or whatever. Those are all the things that will basically make this fight easy. Close this. So yeah, we are below the standard. I mean, the standard is like 6 something. We're at 612 right now. Let me look. Yeah, we were 620 before I did the changes to these guys. Terra, I believe, was like another. I almost had her at like 180 or 190. 180 probably, yeah. So we were at 620,000 power at one point, but we're better now. It's funny enough, we're lasting longer now with lower power. So if we go into here, I'll just look and see what the actual thing is here. All right, so average is 667,000. So we're about 40k power away from that. That basically means we either need better gems, we're going to need the Lilith gear, anything like that. All right, I'm at 612. Recommended for the boss is 1 million. So yeah, we're definitely not hitting that. I'll tell you that much. All right, let's go into the Abyss and actually fight in the Abyss so we can kind of see where we're at and how much damage we're doing. Right now, the first few fight, of course. I'm glad, you know what, when it's a dim one in the first fight, that's actually good because this is like one of the few floors where it's not going to really bother me. Now, there are going to be fights in here where we die. There are going to be fights in here where I get randomly attacked and my tank dies in 3 seconds. It doesn't mean we can't beat it. It just means that we have to retry and use our speed up. We have all of our skills maxed, so it doesn't really matter. So let's go see. And let me know. Like I said, I think I fixed all the volume issues and stuff. And when I was listening to this, it seemed to be okay. But if there is a volume issue with the sound of the game, let me know. I will lower it. These are test streams. We're just trying to see what works. And if the vocals are still going from left to right, let me know that as well. Or staying on one side. So your comments will be very helpful to making my new PC work correctly with these freaking things. And everything looks way better now. I said this on the last stream. With the new PC, everything looks a lot cleaner now on the YouTube and everything. On the YouTube. Look at me. I'm talking like a freaking old man. Remember on the interwebs? So, yeah, most of these fights are longer, but we're not getting our ass handed to us anymore. So these fights are lasting a little bit longer, but we were doing like 2 or 3 minute fights before. Now it's like much quicker. Let's see. Let's go this way. Now, when you get into something like this where it's the first round, I'll stay in this whole area and clear it completely. When I'm doing progression, I don't care as much because you don't want to waste your buffs and all that. So I'll try to not worry about it that much now, just because I don't care. We're not going to be like real specific. We're just going to see if we can get anything out of here, and if not, whatever. Um, Let me see. It's so weird playing this in huge screen. We gotta go this way. I'm so used to either playing this on my tablet or playing it. Ooh, we got the card guy. Playing it on my tablet or playing it on my little ass laptop. So it's actually really cool to be able to see what the hell I'm doing now. But yeah, as you can see, look at this. Like, see, my health is fine. Like, yeah, he's getting beat up a little bit, but as long as they kill the ads first, he's not going to die. And once we start killing some of the ads, you'll see that they basically don't even lose health anymore. Like she'll just heal them right back up. But the attack speed does seem to be helping here. I'm pretty happy with that. All right, let's go. There you go. Collect this. Boom. I don't want to go to work tomorrow. I think I have to. All right, gamble. It's gamble time, guys. I don't think we have a lot of money right now. Let's just go for it. Let's do a couple. I'm not going to go too crazy here. Fast Ring of Glorious. That's not good. That's trash. That's trash. All right, so how much do we have? Yeah, we have... I spent a lot of money to get the Adjudicator card, so we're not going to waste any more gold here. Luckily, we get about 800K a day minimum. So figure about a mil a day. And with some of the events and things like that, honestly, I don't really worry about money anymore in this game. We're not going to pick that up yet. We're going to go this way. You know what? Let's do it from here. There you go. I want to keep that big giant ball of light out of your face. These guys are tough, by the way. These demons. The first time that you fight these guys, yeah, you're gonna be upset. The music in this game is kind of relaxing. I'm not gonna lie. It's like it almost reminds me of Final Fantasy 14 when you're on the beach in Costa del. It was a Costa del Sol. Is that what it is? I forgot what that area is called. It's one of the. It's in Realm Reborn. It's very calming. All right, let's see. So these winged butterfly things. Look at that. Look at the damage output right now that we're getting. He's getting crushed. All right, but he survived it so far. Oh, say he died. So we retry. Fights like this, you just want to kill whatever the problem is. You want to try and kill it fast. So basically, we run in now that we have full magic. It's not going to affect us right now, and we just pull this and speed them up by 170%, and then whatever was killing him will no longer kill him. And at best, there'll be maybe 2 or 3 left by the time the speed runs out. And as you can see, yeah, it didn't even affect us anymore. So yeah, don't worry about that. Let's go before. Actually, no, let's kill the boss first. Actually, let's see. Well, let's see which boss it is. How's that? Let's try it. If the boss is hard, then we just. Oh, nice, perfect boss for us. So with Banshee, she is. I don't honestly even know what she does. I'm assuming that when she puts her staffs down, that they stack like almost like a bleed or some kind of like damage over time. But I've never actually seen her do anything relevant. And even her pigs don't do a lot of damage. So I can't remember one time that Banshee has been a problem. Literally at any level, I have not seen a problem. So I'm assuming that once we see her at higher levels, she's going to be a pain in the ass. That's what I'm assuming. Because what is it? The proliferated zombie guy? I thought he was going to be a joke. He was a joke for the first few times. And then we started seeing him in Akasa. And the I can't even say it, proliferated. He started becoming literally one of my least favorite ones. Him and Langren, or whatever that lightning demon is. So right now I could use more stuff. See, we could just speed it up a bit if I want to waste magic. If you don't want to waste magic, don't do that. And then we could just target her again to make it go faster. It's not going to be that big of a thing. You could just sit here, but the pigs will start stunning. So I'm assuming that if this fight went for a little bit longer and you can't kill the pigs fast enough, I would guess that you're just going to be stunned the whole time, which would be a sucky fight. But yeah, you can see like this is on dark, and you can see how long this is taking me. And I have a 612,000 power team with reasonable attack. You know what I mean? We're not like the best team in the game, but we're reasonable attack. and these are still long fights. So just be aware that if you are just getting to this part of the abyss, or any new part of any abyss, to be honest, like if you just beat Chimera or if you just beat some other hero, just remember these fights do take a while to beat when you first get to them. So we've been what now? 2 weeks, I think. 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks since the new update, and I'm still having fights like this. All right, this is why you kind of hope that you don't get a Crimson Abyss. But then again, the best drops are in here. So see, there you go, level 47 Burning Sword. So I'll take it. All right, let's go back and just see if any of the other rooms have anything good, because this is the place where you're going to get better drops. I'm going to do it over here. I keep doing that. Where is it? No, this is an empty room. We got to go back. This is the only thing about the dungeons in this game that are weird, is that you get lost very easily, and if you're not staring at the map. All right, let's go back this way. Let's see what these other rooms are. When we get into a normal area, a lot of times I'll just blast through those areas and try to find anything that's important. So essentially, you're looking for the attack mods, the modules that have like the chests that keep respawning. Those are the ones you want, because that's going to give you the best gears if you can beat them. So you definitely want those. And then the Gambler is obviously something you're going to want. That's where you get the best gears. I have yet to see anything really great drop from a chest in any of these Akasas. Like, I've found reasonable stuff, but nothing like, oh my god, that's awesome. And the set pieces, they don't drop at all in there. At least I haven't seen a legendary or anything like that drop from a regular or any upgraded chest in Akasa yet. So pretty much just the fight box, and hopefully every week you get some good rolls from the shop. But otherwise, gear is slim pickings. I will say that. It has been tough. All right, so that guy was easy. See, like I said, we're not even healing that much anymore. There's only a few fights that really give us any trouble at this point. All right, let's do that. But that's from floor 1 to 5. Here, see, look, these guys are tough. I'm not going to use speed up. Look how fast my tank dies. Look at that. Dead. All right. Now, if this was a normal day, I would probably just not fight this, because there's no point. All right. Whatever this isn't worth whatever I have to go through and waste my magic for it. But we're going to do it right now. So we're going to do the speed up. It still might not be enough. So we may need to stun one of these little bastards just to keep the damage off my tank and hope that he stays alive. See? Kind of like that. And that's what you would do to kind of fix it. Because there's a few different monsters that are really annoying. And those freaking butterflies are one of them. Remember, they're boosted because we're in Crimson. And then the other one that's a pain in the ass are the balls. There's like those metal ball guys. I forgot what they're called. They're little orb-looking frickers, and they shoot 3 balls at you in your face. What's this? Is this anything hard? It doesn't look that bad. These guys, too. These lizards suck, too. If you get a whole room of those, like on a double floor where there's like 8 of them in a room, and they all throw their balls at you, yeah. Your tank will die in the first hit, so just be aware that speeding up... This is why Inspire is such a good spell, and why I stopped using Heal. Heal was good in the beginning when I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Now, Heal is pretty much a joke and doesn't really help too much. We used it in Ortiz once, but we didn't really get much further because of it. I mean, it helped, but I'm not like, oh yeah, we need it. But the good news is I have to take off. I don't really use the targeting skill. But then again, if we get close to the end and she's getting crazy, it might be worth using the targeting right at the last second to beat her fast. I have beat fights with one hero left, and I'm fine with that. I don't really care. There's no secondary prize for beating it in a weird way. Where are we going this way? Let's get the hell out of this dungeon part. So we're gonna speed through the other areas if they're not Crimson, or if they don't have one of the fight boxes. I still don't. What are they even called? I call them fight boxes. I don't know. They're a fight box to me. All right. See, these are the ones these are the guys. These are the stupid balls. Actually, this is the wrong version. These are the green ones. These aren't as dangerous. These guys do like shock and stuff. The blue ones are the ones that suck. Those guys die pretty easily. But this is now you're going to start seeing a difference in difficulty, because they're not going to be anywhere near as strong as that first floor. That first floor was rough. Now they're going to be a joke. Like, I don't really even need to worry about health or leveling or any. I don't have to worry about nothing. They're just going to... My healer's going to take care of it, and we're not going to have to worry about it. It's crazy when you look at these numbers over here, right? You're starting to see like 100 million damage. That's crazy. So Some of the bosses you're seeing like 700 million. Not 700. I say yeah, 700 million. These guys always have a lot of health, but they're wusses, so we don't have to worry about them too much. Kill that stupid metal slime. Everyone's enjoying their snow time. I think there's a lot of places that have their power out too. I'm not one of them though. I actually shoveled out 3 different cars today. So I'm a good person. All right. So I don't. Looks like we're not going to be getting any of those blue guys. These guys can be jerks in numbers. Otherwise, they're not terrible. He's horrible as a boss. I forgot his name. The ice knight guy. So we're gonna save this. Maybe. Yeah, because you know what? We don't have. All right. So the burning thing, the burning weapon, is one. It's level 47, so we want a better level. So anytime we can push that to 48 or 49 would be good. And we also don't have a fire knight. Like we don't care about that right now. Though you could, if you did have the purple fire card, and you wanted to do something with like either crack or like the shield knight, you could use this sword. But honestly, it's not doing anything for me. And neither is this piece of. Actually, that might do something for me. I might be okay with that. I don't need it. So if we get another chest, I'm gonna just switch it because I need Lilith. I need Lilith and Mutant. Those are really the only two that I'm like actively hunting for. Everything else I could honestly care less. And none of these are gonna be legendary equipment anyway. So it's not like if I switch them, it's gonna matter in the long run. We're gonna be getting rid of all of this crap anyway. But here you're gonna see, like, look, even now with these easier fights, this is like what would be considered an easier fight. Yeah, you're gonna see some long fights. The other thing is that we don't have the Lilith set on my Whirlwind hero. Once we do that, you're gonna start to see fights just go way faster because we're gonna be doing what, an extra 30% minimum on lightning damage. We're gonna have the crit rate probably would be somewhere in the 70-80 range at that point with how much lightning I have at this point. So yeah, you're gonna see much quicker fights. But right now we don't have the full Lilith set. It will show you exactly. This is going to basically show you exactly how powerful Lilith is versus where we are now. So remember this day of how long these fights take. These guys are jerks because they actually stun your tank. But I don't think it really matters on this level. Yeah, see? There you go. Luckily, it doesn't stop him from spinning. So that's why Whirlwind's so fun. Like, even when he gets stunned, if he's spinning, he's spinning. Got to go fast. He literally is Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah, these guys were rough the first few times. It's funny that I'm actually taking more damage from Ramona using her skill that cuts her health down by, what is it, 10%, 25%, something like that. I'm losing more health from my own skill than I am from actually getting hit by monsters right now. We have to try and get. We only have 2 days left on the event, so I would love to get into the 10th place, but trying to beat level 415 in that event is such a goddamn nightmare. It is so goddamn hard. All right, here we go. We don't even really need this for this fight. This is another one of those somewhat easy fights. Pretty much you could stun the boss if you want. It gets to a point where it doesn't really matter so much. Look at this. So we got what? 1, 2, 3 here. 1, 2, 3 here. It's hurting my eyes. Yeah, so we're 128 million damage right now with this boss. So yeah, we're in the hundreds. Just so you can see how much damage you have to put up in order to make these bosses easy. In case you were worried that you weren't going to do enough damage when you get here, and you're wondering why, well, guess what? Now you know why. We're at 300 million, 400 million. Look at that. Thing's speeding up now because we're hitting 3 enemies at once. Look at that. 700 million. Look how fast that goes up now. Look at that. Whoo! That is some serious stuff. Just for the sake of this fight, and since we have a lot of magic, we're going to speed it up. There you go. 170% increase attack speed is awesome. Everyone needs to use Inspire. It is literally the best skill in the game. I would even, at some points, put it over the lightning skill, even though the lightning skill is pretty much an easy way to beat most bosses. You can just stun lock them to death if you want. If you have enough magic. If you're not doing enough damage, you can't fix that problem unless you grind, but you can definitely stun the crap out of bosses. See, now right now, what I could probably do, just to make this easier, because those guys aren't really doing much damage, I could focus target the boss and then just kind of speed it up by using a stun on him here and there. But as long as they start focus targeting him, he'll drop pretty quickly. And I can use the speed up at this point because he's just going to keep summoning. So it's just going to make the fight even more aggressively longer. So we're going to speed it up again and try to kill him as fast as possible now, because otherwise we're just going to be fighting 100 tentacles. All right. But as you can see, though, the fight's not hard. RSL, Raid Shadow Legends. I mean, it's not better or worse. It's just different. Like this game, Raid is more like Raid is just more like your average gacha game. It just has more longevity, and it's harder to get good heroes. So like people really want to play that for a while. This game is more like, I've said it before in chats and stuff. It's Pokemon. It's literally Pokemon Dungeon, Mystery Dungeon meets Diablo. Like that's what it is. And it's fun. Like it's a fun game. I enjoy logging into it every day. I enjoy having the playing, getting cool new gems and stuff. The community is really good in this game. As you can see, it's constant chats in this game. I don't think I've ever logged into this game where the world chat wasn't going crazy. There's a pretty big community as far as Discord, I think, on some of the other. I know a couple of the guilds do have Discord and all that stuff. So yeah, there's definitely things out there for you if you like this game, but you have to like the game. It's hard in the sense that I've seen people get really upset with the game because they think it's hard, and I felt the same way in the beginning, because when you first start, if you don't understand what you're doing, which is how every game starts, you're gonna make terrible decisions, and you're gonna build the wrong heroes, and you're not going to get it. Then you're going to realize that none of that really matters, because you can pretty much change almost 90% of the things that you do wrong, like easily change them. So like if I decided tomorrow that I don't like Whirlwind, I could just get a different hero. Okay, we're starting to do more damage. Hold on. There we go. Now we're going to do heal. I could change it tomorrow. I could just start using someone else. The only thing that would be affected by it would be the level of your card as far as your upgrades. Your stars would stay the same. The level of the... Whoops, am I knocking stuff over? The level of the card would stay the same, but your upgrades on the card would go to the upgrades of the card you switch to. So you would lose a decent amount of stats. Like we're talking between 20 and 50% stats by switching. But it's not something that you can't fix within like, a week or two if you're actually grinding. So I'm not really worried about it. And then heroes themselves, I don't think there's any downside to switching heroes. Like I think the only difference would be if you're switching like an SSS hero to a hero who has like all like C levels, but most people aren't going to do that. But most of the things that, like I said, the only thing that you can't fix immediately, at least you can fix it over time easily, but you can't fix it immediately, would be the gems that you spent time getting. So like I've been spending all my time, every time there's a gem selection, I get a lightning gem. Literally every single time I get a lightning gem. So if I up and decided tomorrow that I wanted to change to a cold hero, I won't have those gems. You see what I mean? I'll have a few, but I won't have the gems that I have on him. See, like right now I have, look at this. My lightning's 1200, 600, and 600. So my second best element right now, I have maybe two lightning, maybe two at 640 and one at 320. So yeah, I would lose what, 640 and 300. So I would lose about 1,000 lightning damage. So is it going to be like the end of the world? No. If you build your hero right and you have the right card, honestly, that's the whole build over time. This game's very forgiving, and it also gives you a lot of resources. I mean, especially if you join a guild that's active, that can at least compete. You don't even need to be the top 4 or whatever. It doesn't even matter. Like, as long as you can compete with your guild, then yeah, you can move up pretty fast in this game. I mean, I think we just got, look at this. I have 6.5 thousand gems now. That was just from yesterday, right? Yeah, because Arena kicked in, we got the bonfire, and we got the guild reward, which, if I remember correctly, is either 2 or 2.5 thousand. Either way, I had 8,000 gems. and I spent 2,000 on the equipment that reset today, and I spent I think 2 million. I think I had like 3.5 million gold at the beginning of the day, but I spent 2 million of it on gear as well. So, but that's once a week, so it's not like it's something you. I mean, I can save up for that in a day if you really wanted to. But do we need energy? No, we don't. I don't even know why I'm going in here. I'm like, we want to go to the boss. All right, so what floor are we on? We are on floor 3. All right, so let's see. We don't need. I don't even go for. I don't go for chests when I'm in here. I try to stay away from them when I'm trying to progress. Uh, if you get a curse, it could be the end of everything. But as you can see, right now we're still on floor 3. We're pushing towards the boss. The bosses have been slow going. They're not too crazy, but see what I mean? Sometimes you just get that one hero. That's the thing I'm talking about, this blue guy, where he shoots those 3 things at once. When you've got 7 of those, look at that. 1 of them is doing a ton of damage. If you got 8 of them doing that stupid laser thing at once, and then let's just say you got one of them like this one, like the boss, and then he's got like a brutal skill on him. Yeah, the dude's going to be doing tons of damage. I've noticed that brutal and wild, I think, are the 2 that are the worst as far as damage output. Oh, we got the magic. This is literally the best item you could ever get. Oh, so good. Thank God. So what that's good for is a free pass on a boss, basically. You could use it to pass a room if you really want to. What is this? Meteor falls. I don't think I want that, but whatever. Actually, no, that's the stun one. That's a good one. But yeah, you can literally just pass a boss if you want with that skill, or you can you can do a sneak attack on a boss if you really want to, but or if you're just trying to beat a boss, but you could just walk right past the boss, which is insanely awesome. Which we'll probably end up doing if we get one of the 2 bosses that I hate, which would basically be that stupid zombie. I can't stand him. And then what's the other one? Possibly Langren. Sometimes I can beat him. He requires very specific timing. Well, at least he used to. I don't know how he's gonna, how it's gonna matter now. We might just be able to heal through his BS, but he's kind of a pain in the ass. I've beat him at 3. I think I've beat him at 385, and it's a nightmare. It's a long fight, and you have to time your stuns to go off at about halfway through without him getting the power up. Otherwise, he just goes rage, and you just have to deal with him as a rager. All right. Let's get this. We want our upgrades. Always get your upgrades before the fight. Even if it's experience, it don't matter. Yes, they're all crap. So I have literally garbage upgrade. Actually, that didn't go. So we have dodge. Well, the heal's not terrible, I guess. Healing is something. I really like the customization of this game, and at least you can still get some of the stuff that the pay-to-win heroes get. This is going to be tough. I don't know if I can beat this one. Actually, no. I think we can heal through him. So you can actually get, like right now, we're rank... it's going to take a while, obviously, if you just start the game. But right now, we're rank 15 in the event. 16, sorry, in the event. So I'm going to get the Medusa outfit just for placing in the rankings. But you got to be in the top 30. So if you are watching this and you do play the game normally and you're a little bit further along, just remember, you're going to want to place. I probably shouldn't say that because then it might push people to want to place and beat me out. But yeah, especially if you're free to play, it's worth it. So right now, we could conceivably use the skill to make this fight shorter, but it looks like we're killing those tentacles. These aren't as strong as the ones from the other guy. But yeah, you can see, look at the damage output this guy would normally put out, and it's not really affecting us too much. You're going to start seeing how the fear card, look at that, we got now, look, 5, it just starts popping up clones very quickly. That cooldown reduction is really helping, though. What do we have, a 6-second cooldown now? Like, I'm not even using magic right now. We're just kind of going. Okay, there we go. But the other good thing is the fear of fears just keep going even when the boss is freezing everybody. All right, that one wasn't that bad. I thought he was worse than he is. He's not. He's hard in the beginning of the game. All right, let's... oops, my bad. I was going to try and discard some things. All right, let me just see how long we've been playing, because... All right, we got a little bit left in us. All right, so let's see. This is the beach area, for those of you who haven't seen the new beach area, which, You would have to literally not play the game to not see the beach area. But yeah, these lizards used to be the bane of my existence, but they're pretty tame now until you get into a Crimson Abyss or any of the higher end abysses. Let's go for this. I want to see what this. Oh, nice. I want to see what the runes are. These guys can be a bit of a jerk. These little demon guys, and then the one with the pitchfork also. But yeah, whatever this like Ifrit looking guy is. Sometimes when there's a lot of those in a fight, I don't know why they just go ape shit. But like the problem is too is you never know what buffs they have. Juicy raw. This is actually so much more relaxing now that we can do this. I forgot that we did so many upgrades recently. Touch. Yeah, that's a good one to have actually. It's good for like when you're like just about to heal. All right, this we're gonna use this on. Like right when you're about to get killed, and the boss is being a jerk. That's when that stun is very useful because it'll just keep stunning them for 5 seconds, which gives you usually enough time to get a heal off. All right, so we're getting our ass kicked. Hold on. Wild Boy is crazy. That'll give us hopefully enough time to heal. If not, we'll just restart and do a speed boost right at the beginning because it looks like we're getting close. All right, there we go. Wild Crimson is stunned. Just keep stunning the boss. You could also go for the ads. That's a secondary option. It depends on the fight. Sometimes I'll go straight for the ads. The other thing you can do to fix fights like this, see how we're getting real close to dying here? The other thing you can do with that is just restart the fight and try to place yourself at a good spot. So like, let's say you're here, like I just walked in and the boss is here, but all the ads are behind him. That could cause you to die quicker because you might have all the ads and your tank's going to go right for the boss, which may not be the best option. So you could just sit here and wait for the ads to come around here, or you can like kind of squeak your way in like this and come in like this. You know, you can kind of change the angle in which you come in. That can help a lot with beating these fights sometimes. That's how hard some of these fights get at this point. You have to actually pay attention to your... Oh, nice. There we go. Damage. You have to actually pay attention to how you enter the room sometimes because it can be annoying. We're going to get rid of that thing. We're going to heal my dude up because these are the worst potions. Go in here. Oh, this guy? This guy. We're going to definitely speed this one up. I don't want to... Only because he's a summon boss, which means if we don't kill the ads, the original ads, it could get a little bit dicey. We want all the actual ads that aren't summons gone. So that way we're only really contending with 1 or 2 enemies around the boss at any point. Because these guys do become bigger jerks as the fight progresses usually. Say like this guy's just hanging out. If you have an enemy that's like that, usually you just strike him with the lightning. Get him out of your face. You don't need him around. That one wasn't that bad actually. We're actually able to beat a lot of these. I haven't really pushed Akasa in a while, so I don't know if we can. I have no idea if we can go that far. We'll see. All right, pick up. Ooh, I actually think I need that. My gear on my pets is horrible right now because I just upgraded. I don't think I can show you on. Yeah, I can't show you while I'm in here. If we get a treasure chest, we'll just bounce out of the dungeon. But otherwise, I'm just gonna push to the bosses and see what we can do. And if it gets too long, then we'll just cut it short. Besides, the point is I wanted to show you guys just how Akasa works now and how much more damage you're going to really have to put in order to beat these fights. Because they are kind of rough, like especially the first time you get here. I was really mad when I first got here. What is this? Oh, again? Like I was like, what's the point? I couldn't even beat the first floor half the time. I had to come into the first floor, hope for the best, and then just reset and hope that I got a weapon. The other thing we did is we bought the chests from the shop that you get for getting to level 383 or whatever level it unlocks at. So we were just buying the chests so that we could at least have a freaking chance of fighting these things. That's how hard it was. What are we at? Oh, nice. Perfect. Perfect fight. All right, we're just going to... I love this fight. Still my favorite fight to get. If anybody knows like what the hell she does that's even remotely dangerous, please let me know. Because I have no idea outside of possible damage over time. Like these things. See, they just start shooting, but like that pig is really going to town there. Yeah, and if you really want to not deal with her, you just stun her a couple times. Like stupid easy. I won't put the target on her until I have speed. I try to do it at the same time. That way we can here, we'll just do speed. That pig is really being a jerk. Where's the other one? Where is my girl? Is that her? Oh, that is her. So when I can't get all three, you can wait. That's one option. What I'll usually do is I will boost my archer and my healer, because usually the reason I'm doing that is because we're dying. So a lot of times I'll just go for them. The other thing is it'll help activate the card for fear and get more clones up quicker. So it's actually better to have her kind of go, even though he's really my main damage dealer. And if we want to, we can use these things. Like, see, I mean, I didn't need to do that, but we could use these too. I don't want to waste space. Here, fire damage. Here, let's see. I don't want to hit my healer. There you go. We'll light him on fire, that fat pig. He's making some angry noises right now, bro. What is this? This is the meteor. We're not going to waste that one. That one we'll save just in case for an actual fight. But you see what I mean? Like, this fight is stupid. Like, I don't even know what... I really have no idea what this guy does outside of these things popping up and eventually maybe taking you out if you let them sit there for too long. And this pig is really just going to annoy you, I guess. He's just going to keep making oink noises the whole time. Like, no idea what that does. Because I've left this fight. See, now we're finally starting to see some damage happening, see, to me. Because we're letting the fight go for too long. Like I said, normally I'll just waste a bunch of magic on it, but what's the point, right? Might as well just take her out. Not that bad, but long fight. Definitely a long fight. All right, let's see what we get. Woohoo! Anything good? Who wants to take bets that it's going to be trash? Oh, it's not trash. It's a dude robe. That's not bad. Dude. We got duty. Nice. I'll take it. All right. Even if we don't use it, we can always sell it, so it's fine. I've just recently started keeping some of the sets now. Let's get out of here. See if we can find anything. So now where are we at? Floor 5, right? Yeah, like I said, it's definitely stupid hard if you just got here. So just don't beat yourself up if you're having trouble in any area. I mean, you're seeing that even I can get killed, in the first few fights here. So, oh, I went the wrong way. So imagine now you're like you just beat Chimera and you're coming into the new, or you didn't beat Chimera, or you're having trouble beating Chimera and you're trying to go into a brand new Akasa. Yeah, of course it's going to be hard. You got to expect most bosses in this game, I'm going to say pretty much require you to at least start getting the highest tier gear from the Akasa level before them. So there's going to be exceptions to that. If you have a pay-to-win team, obviously that's going to be an exception because you can just buy some gems. Having level 10 gems will obviously make a make a boss much easier because I don't even have level 10 gems. So there's that. Other options are, if you're buying the heroes, like Haikuya and some of the other heroes that make the fights really easy, who can do tons of damage really quickly. Yeah, so spending money will obviously make it easier. But otherwise, yeah, it's really not that bad. But you should have to use the gear from the Akasa. I think Ifrit, up till Ifrit, like past Ifrit, you don't have to worry about that so much. You can pretty much beat whatever you want as long as you're paying attention. You might have a little trouble, but you're not going to be like, oh, God, this is the worst thing ever. Now, the question is, do I need a dude robe? Because I'm trying to think which... I'm trying to think. The dude bow might be more useful here. Fire attack. No, because we're going to use the burn one on our thing. So I don't honestly care about that. See? I'm glad I did it. Nice. All right, so now we have 2 dude pieces from my poison archer. We're going to just because we have a lot of gems and because I'm going to have to stop the stream soon because I can't go for that long, but we're just going to, you know what always happens? I buy the stupid return stone and then I find a bag. That's always what happens. So don't just, if you're trying to get out of the dungeon, always search the entire thing first before you buy everything. All right. Because you don't want to waste 50 gems just to get out of a goddamn dungeon. I might, you know what? I might not even do it. I might just, I might just buy the gem and leave it because I can log back in and continue this. Actually, I can just close it and start back up at 6. So actually, I don't need to worry about that. So I could literally just exit, beat the boss and exit now. So that's fine. We'll do that. I forgot that I can just start at floor 6. So I'm like, so I'm not really losing progress by leaving right now. The only thing I'm wasting is the speed up that I used, which is honestly, I don't give one crap about that. Pick that up. All right. So what boosts do we have? And are there any boosts that we pass by? I don't see any, but we do have spaces here. Let's see which boss it is. Oh, my favorite. So this fight could go either way. It's a long fight. I will give that. We have the meteor for stunning. I'm just gonna kind of let it run its course and try not to get stunned by the boss. But this is where you're gonna start to see Whirlwind really pay off in your dungeon fights. Is this boss specifically? Because the first time you get to him, if you're not using a AoE like a Hakuya, or if you're not using a blast, even blast, honestly, I used in the early game, and it didn't work as well as Whirlwind. Whirlwind worked this boss to nothing. Like, I can't remember the last time I've seen a rock dragon that killed me, except for the ones in the tasks. I don't know why the ones in the tasks are so goddamn hard, but yeah, in dungeon, not so much. He's not really bad. Even if he summons 1 or 2 dragons, it's not going to matter with Whirlwind because now they come closer to the boss, and you just kind of whittle them down. If you start getting like 5, 6, 7, 8 dragons, yeah, you might want to reconsider your build because it means you're probably weak. Or you're just fighting a really hard rock dragon. That sometimes it's not you. Sometimes it's the boss. But as you can see, it's not bad. We're going to speed it up as soon as the stun goes away, just so we can kill him faster, get it over with. He's close. We're going to use this on him just so we can speed that process up. As long as you don't have a lot of eggs like out here, then you can target the boss, especially with Whirlwind, because you can target him because he's going to stay right on the eggs and kill the boss at the same time. So that's good. Boom. Nice. We needed those rocks. All right, let's see if anything good comes from this. Well, I mean, we got a gold egg. We got a shitty bow, but we got that and we got this. I'll take it. Pick it up. All right, let's get rid of some crap that we don't need because we're just going to use the item anyway. So we're going to get rid of this, get rid of this, get rid of this. We don't need any of this stuff. All right, let's pick up our gems. Don't ever leave eggs or gems behind. Can we pick this up? We cannot. What else is garbage in here that we can get rid of? Potions are garbage. You do get gold for keeping them, so it sucks when you have to do this. I mean, I'm just doing it because I want to keep the things that actually matter. So do I really care about this? Not really. If this was a blue food, I would keep it, but you know what? Let's just take it. It's more important than this. I'll do that. Discard. All right, let's get out of here. Let's go in here. Always try to keep as much food and stuff as possible. You never know when you're going to use it, and if not, you can sell it. So, and get some stuff for your thing. So let's close this, buy this. Oh, we got to drop something. You bastard. I have one item that I forgot I had to do. No, not replaced. What are you doing there? No, we don't want to equip that piece of crap. Discard. There we go. Let's go look at some stuff. Merchant. Buy. Let's get the hell out of here. All right, we're out. What did we get? We got 85 of those. That's not bad at all. What do we need? 500 in order to get the thing? I'm probably getting close to 500, actually. I would like to get a ancient legendary piece. So, yeah, because how many pieces? What do we need? I think we're at maybe 400 now. We actually have to buy these. I forgot. Every week, buy this crap, by the way. Always buy magic inks when they come up, especially when you get to this point, because it's real easy to get them. Here we go. Yeah, 500. 500. And we have 422. So, yeah, if we just did another run like we just did, then we get an ancient legendary piece of equipment. So that's worth it. And then this depends on how you feel about randomness. Oh, and so where we're at right now, real quick, I'll just show this. We are. This is all that's left. We're maxed out on every building and everything. So we only have Meteorite level 17, Noisy Bot 15, and Awaken. We're now going to level that up to 13, and that's all we got left to do outside of the what is that? The Pythagorean theorem, the Pythium. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 skills left. We're probably going to get this one done, so we'll have 4 left. Not much left to do as far as like upgrading buildings. Everything else is done. Like we've maxed it all. Let's see if anything good came from this. Let's see the gems. Nope, we didn't get anything good there. And we got to fix our gear. So let's see. We're going to check. We're going to end this with a summon for the egg. We're going to see what happens. What am I doing? Mutant combine. Yeah, because I have a lot of crap. That's what I was going to show you guys. I knew there was something. Why is it not letting me batch combine? That was weird. All right, so pets. Let's just look at this real quick. So I took all my gear off. So he's got crap gear now. This is all like level 5 and 6 gear now, I think. Right? Yeah, 5 and 6. All of my gear now is on my Starbuck, which is all the level 8 gear. So this is a full level 8 set. I combined all my 7 gear into my Starbuck. So yeah, we lost a little bit of power there. So we're going to gain some strong power here. Each one of these guys, like he was 150 or 60,000. He was 150,000, I think. No, sorry, 170 for the Starbuck. It was 157 for the Lava Raptor. And I believe my Iron Scorpion was somewhere around 100,000. So that was the original powers. So now, as you can see, we lost a little bit of power there, but our Starbuck has more than made up for it by being insanely strong. So yeah, we're going to gain another probably 20, that 8,000 back once we fix this. That's mostly where we lost our power, honestly. All right, let's see if we get something good here, guys, because I've been getting some real crap pets. All right, let's just see. Hatch this little bastard. Ooh, I'm not mad at that, but it's not red. Whatever. All right, we're going to just post these guys up. Remember, if you guys have any questions, anything about the stream that's weird, let me know. These are test streams as of this moment. We'll see how it goes. But if you guys have any questions about the game, same thing as always. Make sure you guys just ask. Most of the people in this community will tell you the answers anyway. It's not like it's not like you need to even leave me a message. But who knows? It's up to you. I don't care either way. I don't mind answering questions. And as you can see, everybody likes to talk in here. So especially if you speak Spanish or English. So there's a lot of mixed. So you won't feel left out if you speak Spanish, and you won't feel left out if you speak English. But if you speak Spanish and you don't know English, you'll feel left out sometimes. And if you speak English and not Spanish, you'll feel left out sometimes. But isn't that life? All right, so that's it for today. If you guys have any questions, things you want to talk about, things you want to discuss, make sure you leave a comment below. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, tell your friends. And once again, this is a test stream. So please, if you guys see this when I post it up either tonight or tomorrow, make sure you guys leave comments and let me know if there's anything wrong with the stream, anything with the quality, anything that you notice right now, because we're in the testing phase. Eventually, we will be switching over and doing restream. So we'll be streaming on Twitch and we will be streaming on YouTube at the same time. So I need to fix YouTube first before I start moving into the Twitch realm. So we want this to go perfect. From what I saw, everything seemed to be pretty good. The music levels were good. The voice was okay. It wasn't going back and forth between things. I think levels were good. So that's what we're trying to fix right now. Okay. So thank you very much for popping in. This is Abyss Hunters, the cutest little Sonic the Hedgehog sword shooting monster guy you've ever seen. This is Mobile Gamer Nerd. And you guys, take care.